Are you tired of sending emails and chasing leads that go nowhere? Imagine generating thousands of leads in any niche without spending hours and hours sending email after email. In this video, I'm not just going to show you how to automate the sending of emails. I'm breaking down a complete 4-part automation strategy that includes follow-ups, replies and more. And I'll walk you through a real-world example that you can start using. Stick around, this system could literally change the way that you're doing business currently. Let's automate that email outreach. Hi, I'm Phil. I've worked as a software developer since 2007, specialising in business process automation. Now I run my own business, helping other businesses get up and running using AI and automation to streamline their business too. So you probably see all these videos on how to automate your email outreach going, I'm going to show you this super simple workflow that will tell you how to automate your business in 5 minutes and send all the emails and you become a millionaire and drive a Lamborghini. The problem with this, they don't tell you the full story. What happens if someone doesn't reply? What happens if someone does reply? What happens if they become a customer? There's more to it than what these automation gurus tell you. And what I'm going to try and do in this video is give you more of a real world example. They always turn to Google Sheets, which I'm going to do in this video, but also to Gmail because it's just easier to show you how to get these things connected. Speaking to a friend of mine who runs an electrical business, they use Office 365 and Outlook to send their emails. I'm going to stay away from Gmail and use an actual email inbox to then start sending the emails to prospective customers. Let's dive in. Okay, so we want to create an automation that will do cold outreach for us to get as many leads and customers as we possibly can. A lot of people just show you how to send the first email, but that's only the first step of the process. So you want to create an automation to send the first email. Then you want to be able to do a follow-up email, which is a different template. Also, you want an automation that sits there running to check for a reply to see if someone's come back to you. And then number 4, I want to check if they've become a customer, because then I want to probably do some more relationship building, see how they're getting on with the product or service, and just try and sort of nurture someone to become a real fan of the product or the service that I'm promoting. So I'm inside make.com. For this, I have chosen to use Make. My normal go-to is N8N, but I just wanted to run through a different product and show you how you can get up and running using Make.com. Zapier is good as well for it, but out of the two, I prefer Make.com to getting people up and running. So I have a product called Elementary Analytics, and I won't bore you too much with the details. I'll put a link in the description if you do want to check out the product. But basically, it helps you make the sense of your Google Analytics information, your Google Search Console information, and then you can chat with it using AI as well. So that's going to help bloggers. So I'm trying to target some health and fitness bloggers. This outreach is going out in December. A lot of sort of the January rush for people going back to the gym, trying to get fit and healthy after the Christmas period. Health and fitness bloggers might see a spike. So we want to try and help them make sense of the data, see what's going on, see which content's performing well so they can double down and do more of it. Part 1, which is sending the initial email. So I'll just open that. And what I do is I basically want to get information from a Google Sheet. So this is the Google Sheet template where I have the name of the person, the email, the source, so whether it come from Instagram, Twitter, wherever, maybe the website, the handle if you've got it, the status, which I'll come on to in a minute, and then the follow-up date, which I'll show you again in a second. So what we do, we have this Google Sheet, and what I want to do is the leads from there and where the status is pending. So what I'll do is I'll put pending in there. I don't normally do this on a trigger because what I want to do is I don't want to be triggering this workflow or this workflow getting confused. Every time I add new people in here, I want it to be more of just like, okay, give me the next pending record, give the next pending record. Then I do some crazy stuff to basically get the first name. So if you're just putting the full name in there, it'll extract the first name. So it's making it a little bit more personable. Then this is where it sends the email. So I've set up a connection using IMAP. So again, like I said, people generally try and use the Gmail account, but in a lot of businesses might not use Gmail for their email service provider when it comes to the business. So this is a good way to use sort of ones that you're probably using a bit more custom. If you want me to run through how to set up this inside make.com, if you like this video and comment below with email, I will record a video purely on how to set up sort of custom email addresses and send using them inside make.com. So then we put a subject line in, we pull the email from the spreadsheet. Here's all the sort of email that I send out. So that'll run. And then if the email's successful, what I do is I actually go and update the value to sent, and I'll put in sort of the 7 days as well, so the follow-up that's going to run. So I'll show you that in a second. What I'll do is so I'm just going to run that, and we've got it up and running and it's gone through. So then what that'll do is it'll actually update. I've just deleted the email just for people's data going out there, so it's now updated that to sent, and we've got a follow-up date of Christmas Eve basically, but that won't get sent. So we've actually got the initial email sent, but now what we want to do, we want to follow up. So we'll come out of this, so that's the initial email. Then we go into this follow-up email, which is very similar again. All it's going to do is pull where the status is sent and the follow-up date is present, and it's earlier than our current timestamp. Process the name again, send an email, again different follow-up email, reminder, a bit more of a email that we've got there, HTML email, and then this time what it'll do, it will actually set that as completed. So if you look in the spreadsheet, that will actually get the status then completed, so you can start filtering on anything that gets run through the full process. So that's it for sort of the follow-up. So it's very, very similar in the structure. But then what I've also done is I want to know personally if someone replies. So I don't want to be sat there checking the inbox. I don't have a team around me that's going to be sat there monitoring it. I don't want it to come back into sort of my personal email address for the business, because that's being separate. I just want to be able to get an information to say someone's replied from this outreach. So inside this one, again, using the mate.com email, we can watch for emails. So when this email comes in, we've got all this information, only unread emails. What it'll do is then it'll search Google Sheets to see if we've got any records for that email address. And then this is what I've put in a filter, which some people don't always put in. If you say you're getting a bounce back from one of the email addresses, you don't necessarily know what's going to happen. If you are getting a bounce back email, it's going to process the email, but it's not going to find anyone in the spreadsheet, so it's not going to try and trigger a message. You're not going to spam yourself or break this sort of automation flow if you're getting sort of bounce backs or other things like that. So we will then find this Google Sheet record. If we've got it, we'll then update it to say that they've replied, so we can then filter that in the spreadsheet. So that'd go to replied. And what I want to do is I want to be notified. So I don't want to be notified about this. I'm not going to open that because it's got some information in there. But basically, I'm going to get a Telegram message to say someone's replied. What I can do then is I can jump into the inbox, see who it is, reply from myself, or do some sort of more follow-up and more outreach to sort of nurture that person. So that's a good one if they've replied. What I've also got as well is the final bit, which is the ultimate goal, is they become a customer. So what I do is every time someone signs up for Elementary Analytics, their email gets put into a specific group inside MailerLite, so we can then do follow-up emails that run automatically. We then sort of do a fortnightly email to our followers, to subscribers, and also to customers. So what we want to do is we want to see if anyone actually signs up for the product, and we've got this subscriber. So we've created a webhook which basically checks for people coming into the group, that sign up group we've got inside MailerLite. If they have, again, we go and try and find their email address. Now, we might be getting signups from the website and other campaigns automatically anyway, so we just want, again, another filter to make sure that it's returned someone on the spreadsheet. So we've got a sign up, but they're not from this marketing campaign, this email outreach campaign. We don't want to do anything with them. We just want to end the flow. Then if we just find someone, we want to update them to become a customer. So then in the spreadsheet, it would look like that. Then I've set up the same Telegram bot, basically the same channel, but it's a slightly different message where it'll be like, okay, they've now become a customer, and I can then do some more outreach, make sure that they're, checking in our MailerLite system, that they're opening the emails that we've got as automatic follow-ups. And the great thing about this Telegram bot, that's just an example. You could do a Slack message to your team, you can do a WhatsApp message, You can do all sorts. You could do emails, you could do both. So that's the sort of flow that people don't always show you, is like what to do after that initial emails set up. If you do need help setting up an outreach campaign like this, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. If you do want help getting up and running with Make.com, I've got this video running through how to get started with the platform. Thank you. Speak to you soon.